How does Bashar Assad respond to pressure? Well, the photos we're talking about from a Syrian defector take us inside Assad's torture chambers and show a level of cruelty we haven't seen in decades. This warning, some of the images in this story could be disturbing to some viewers. A top UN envoy in Syria's capital, openly expressing his anger over the killing of more than 100 civilians in government airstrikes.
I am absolutely horrified by the total disregard for civilian life by all parties in this conflict.
But despite allegations that Syria's president is bombing his own people and even used chemical weapons on them, which he denies, Bashar al-Assad likes to present himself in interviews as a soft-spoken, benevolent leader.
First of all, it's not my nature to threaten anybody. I'm a very quiet person. I'm very frank, but I wouldn't threaten.
But his opponents say these photos show what happens to people who cross him. Pictures so horribly graphic we have to blur most of them. Bodies mutilated, emaciated. Many victims had their eyes gouged out.
This is almost routine. So many of them, a sharp metal instrument is used to gouge out the eyes, causing a spray of blood that you could see sometimes around the eye socket, and just as a routine welcoming into the torture that they're going to have to endure.
These pictures, recently exhibited in the halls of the U.S. Congress, taken by a former Syrian military police photographer who goes by the pseudonym Caesar. He testified before Congress and is now in hiding. Another defector, Qutaiba Idlibi, says he was tortured in a way that was almost clinical. When arrested, he was made to strip. Then a doctor walked in.
The doctor came and he started like touching my body and seeing like the muscles like I have. And then he told them start with level 3, so they would not waste time doing stuff that my body can handle.
Human rights activists say many of these victims were ordinary citizens, some who'd spoken out against Assad or were believed to have information on those who did. Idlibi displayed a picture of a young man named Mahmoud, who he says was rounded up with his father and tortured just for being Idlibi's neighbor. Mahmoud's father told Idlibi of his son's last words.
He carried him and put his head on his lap. And Mahmoud couldn't say anything, and he told me he looked him in the eye and he told him, I just don't know, I don't want to die that.
We reached out to Syrian officials in Damascus and at the UN about these pictures. They did not respond. One top Syrian official asked previously about the photos, said the accusation of government tortures and killings is, quote, a huge lie.